So you've had a pretty busy summer so far. I know you're from New York, but I just saw you were at Tomorrowland and Sunrise Festival overseas. So how's like the festival season been for you?
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, festival season is like the best season. I feel like it's always like year round, but I love festival season more than anything. It's just I always look forward to it. You know, there's always great festivals, especially like Tomorrowland, like you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, festival season's like it's the best season for me.
It's the best time of year for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How was Tomorrowland? You played at the library stage, right?
Yeah. I played one stage this year.
Okay.
Last year I played two, but this year we had a pretty hectic schedule, so
for sure
you had to do one.
Yeah, I mean, your hectic schedule, you're touring out of the country really often. So being from New York, like, what's your experience like playing shows here and playing shows overseas? What's the differences in your head?
I mean, like, everyone has like their own taste in like, you know, music, and I feel like over here in the U.S., like, people appreciate music differently than like people who listen to music over in Europe. I feel like electronic music was kind of like really like a staple over there rather than here in the U.S. There's a lot of different genres, like, you know, like something like this, you know, but I feel like over there it's pretty much like electronic music, so I feel like it's more appreciated, I feel like, over there more than the U.S., because, like, you know, there's so many different genres. So
for sure, and we have different genres here, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like dubstep here, hardstyle over there, right?
Yeah, so you don't really hear that type of stuff over there, besides like, you know, house or trance or like, you know, like techno.
Right.
There's not really like dubstep and stuff over there.
Yeah, I was at Tomorrowland weekend one. I saw Adventure Club.
Yeah,
it was just a lot of fun, like playing their throwbacks and stuff like that. You know, it was a good time. But we're just now a couple hours away from your debut at Lollapalooza, first time here, right?
Yeah.
You're also playing at Soundbar later tonight. So, what do you think makes your sets unique, and like, what are you most looking forward to today?
I mean, I'm always playing a lot of my own music, a lot of edits. I guess just like, you know, I play a different style of like house music, I guess tech house, than most artists. You know, mine is like a lot more high energy. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, and I'm really excited to play here at Lollapalooza. I heard a lot about it. It's a dream.
It's a great high energy crowd, honestly.
Oh yeah,
I think you'll have a good time out there.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos, so I'm excited.
So Chicago is the birthplace of house music, and tech house has been like the dominant genre of EDM and electronic music for the last few years. So, especially you coming from like a different perspective or style, like, why do you think house music is so popular?
You know, I think like every genre has like its own like year. You know, like I feel like house music was like really, it was doing well when, like, you know, like Fisher came out and like Chris Lake and all them, but like I think, like, you know, when they started to get like really big, I think, like, you know, like house music started, because it's always been big, but I feel like I said, you know, every genre has like its own moment in time. Like, you know, dubstep was really big a few years ago. Like, I feel like it's kind of slowing down.
For sure.
It might pick back up, but I feel like a house is like having its own moment. So I guess it's all about what people like right now, and I guess, like, you know, there's a lot of great house music right now.
For sure, yeah. I think it's really a creative time for music. I feel like a lot of genres are kind of blending together too into like a house music sound, you know?
Yeah.
Like the main stage stuff, like Swedish House Mafia doing stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But your song "Do It To It" has obviously opened a lot of doors for you. So looking back, you made that in your home studio, right?
Yeah.
At least the original idea came up when you were at home, like finding the old music video.
Yeah.
So do you ever imagine like this happening, just total blowing up and like, you know, Billboard charting and stuff like that? Was that ever in your head?
No, man. I mean, I always wanted it, but I never knew when it was going to happen. I think that's like the beauty of it. You know, I would say like this type of stuff is like, you know, when you have like such a big moment in your career, it's like it's like a Christmas present that you don't ask for.
For sure.
You know, but when you
the best present.
It's like the best present. You know, so like, you know, that's how I felt when I started to like grow and like get, you know, charting on Billboard and stuff like that. So I'm really proud of all that, you know. So
definitely. Like, what do you think was maybe the main driving force behind that success, and like, what would be a tip you have for upcoming artists trying to find their breakthrough track?
I think like everyone just like remixing the song, because like, you know, when we were like dropping the remixes for just like, you know, building the remix pack, there was over like 3,000 remixes, man.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it was like absolutely insane. Like, we had artists like from all over the world just sending in stuff. Obviously the Zed thing really helped too.
Okay, yeah.
I guess just like all these artists were like really supporting it heavily, so I was like, you know, I was like in every genre too. It's, you know, just it was in dubstep, it was in, you know, trance house, tech house, like, you know, the list goes on. So I think that's what helped as well too.
So you said you had like 3,000 submissions or remixes that people wanted to put their own spin on it. What are some artists, maybe you found them that way, a different way, but some up and coming artists that you play out during your sets that you've like really been digging lately?
I really like Max Styler. He's one of
Max Styler?
Yeah, he's really
dope.
good.
Yeah.
I really like Pickle stuff as well.
Pickle is fun, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's really fun stuff. This guy named Otoro, he's from Indonesia. He has really cool stuff.
Dope.
I mean, I can't really think of any more.
That's 3. That's good, bro.
Yeah.
So your most recent song, In a Dream, is a remake of Raquel's 1997 song.
Yeah.
So how did that idea come about? I did see you guys are both from Staten Island, so I don't know, maybe that had something to do with it.
No, it was very random actually. I just really liked the song. I had an idea like made for like a long time, and just never really got a good idea down. And then one time I came back, or it was right before summer, and I had a fucking solid version, which you hear now. So I was just like, it sounds cool. I might just want to put it out. So and then we had someone else reinterpolate the vocal.
Okay.
And then I got in touch with Raquel, and she was just, she was telling me that she was from Staten Island. I was like, that's
dope, nice.
Yeah.
You also remixed Miracle by Calvin and Ellie Goulding. So that's another song that has like maybe some 1990s influences, like from electronica, like that era. But your remix is like kind of techno oriented. Would you say so?
Yeah.
So like how'd you come up with that? Like that's kind of different from your usual style, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think I was just listening to a lot of their remixes for it, and like, it's funny a story because like I hit him up for the stems, and he was just like, yeah, I mean, it's probably not gonna come out because like there's so many remixes, and I was just like, yeah, that's fine. I just want to use it, just make something for my set. Yeah. And so he sent me the stems. I worked on it, made the techno remix, and like I played it in one of my sets, and like he saw the video. And like, he eventually hit me up. He was like, yo, this sounds insane. Let's put it out.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's like, it was a full circle moment. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of like 90s songs, so when I was at Tomorrowland, I noticed Freed from Desire is a really popular song that everyone's playing now. So like, what do you think, like, why do people like the nostalgic vibes like that? Do you think like, like maybe old school sounds like that are coming back? Do you see that in the scene right now?
I do, yeah. And I think it's really cool because like, like I feel like In a Dream has like that nostalgia vibe to it, and
definitely.
I feel like people want to hear more of like, I don't know, just like feel like it's really hard to explain because like I feel like when I hear songs like that, I'm like I want to feel something that's familiar sometimes, and I think like that's a really good like version, like, or In a Dream, like even like Free From Desire, like I play that too. So it's like everyone just loves those moments where you can just like sing along or just like feel like you've already heard something even though you haven't.
Yeah, it was all great moments when everyone would sing along to that song at Tomorrowland. It was always a good memory.
A lot. It
really
always goes crazy. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of international shows, like I saw you were playing in Brazil, Chile, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Philippines, and Singapore this year coming up. Yeah. So how do you manage all this travel? You did it last year too, I saw. You often have like maybe not that much rest in between, so how do you do all that?
Just stay healthy, man. I think like health is wealth. It's as cliche as it is, I feel like, like you really got to take care of yourself, man. It really, it's important. I see a lot of DJs going fucking partying all the time, like, I'm dead, man. Sometimes I don't even want to go out. It's just like I'm tired, like getting IVs done, trying to stay hydrated. It's really important to take care of your health. But I really enjoy just like doing all these shows and stuff like that. So when you love something so much, like you never really think of it like as if you're working, like doing a job. So
definitely. What are some of your favorite countries that you visited? Because that was my first time in Europe for Tomorrowland. I'm trying to like see shows at other places too. So where do you like playing? Like that you were maybe surprised to really enjoy playing at?
Croatia's a good country.
For sure.
Norway.
Okay.
Saudi Arabia is really cool. It's got like the king vibes to it, man. When you go there and you're like you're an artist, because they have a festival called Middle East, and they book every fucking DJ in the world.
Okay.
And like it's like every DJ goes, I'm pretty sure, and like
nice.
You walk in, you get like the royal treatment from like people from the city. It's amazing, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Croatia's on my list for sure.
Yeah, you got to go there. It's amazing,
and I'll wrap it up here. You got these shows coming up. I'm sure you got some new music planned for this year too. But like, what are you really looking forward to for the rest of this year, and what can your fans expect from you?
I'm going to start working on an album for next year.
Cool.
Towards the end of the year, so I'm really excited about it. I can't say too much because like it's going to be. I think like after Do It To It, like I saw like how much people wanted to like kind of just like do the same sound. So I think it's time for me to like step back and like try to figure out something new. Like that's why I respect Skrillex so much, because like every time he comes back with something fresh. And I think if you want to be a leader in the scene, like you gotta act like a leader and just like take a step back and come back with something leading. So I think like eventually, I think towards the end of the year, I'm going to stop touring for a little bit and just like start working on an album for next year.
Yeah,
hopefully it comes out, but we'll see.
After like October, your schedule's a little bit more open, I saw.
Yeah. So October, November have one show. So
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So that's what I'm going to like be working on. So.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time today.